Is he done with this snack already? Hi, Stan Lee. Cute as can be. Stan Lee. Stan Lee. Looking at me. What are you doing, Mouse? Hello. Welcome to my tube. My name is Marge. I'm Heyoka. Empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Today I feel pretty okay. I didn't really do much. It's been windy here. I did venture out to go to the market. I needed to get high probiotic yogurt. I put that in the dog's food, and I used the rest of it today. I got a couple more things. It was so funny because I was like, okay, Mom, I got to get you your apples, and you need more apples. Because it wasn't like a big trip. It was just like a... God bless you. Did you sneeze at the same... Synchronicity, kitty. Me and my meow meow. Me and my gato. Oh, my nana gato. I love you so much. Oh. They don't want a salami sandwich or something like that. But I didn't want to go like do big shopping and stuff because we got plenty. And then I opened the door this morning and there is a delivery from Harry and David. And we got one the day before on Christmas Eve, and then we got one this morning. This one was a 4-tier, man. It had so much freaking wonderful stuff in it. And so much wonderful stuff. And the reason why I titled this video what I did is I got a surprise yesterday. It was like an affirmation more so. A while ago, few years back, Mom did one of those DNA tests, and then this last year I did one. And through it, found a cousin on my dad's side, on my grandma's side, on father's side, so paternal, I don't know how all that, whatever. Anyway, my grandma came from like a long line of really freaking strong, resilient, freaking smart women, man. It's really, I don't know much about the men, but they get running around with, but I do know the women in my line are freaking tenacious, to say the least. And I was thinking about her because we emailed each other a little bit this last summer. And she has a lot of cats. She made her whole garage in for all these cats that she's adopted, that she's taken in. You know? And I was sad to hear that from the last time we spoke, from then till now, that she lost like 13 furry little beloved friends. And my heart just weeps for her. That's just a lot of loss, you know? It's a lot of loss. So she's neighboring state. She's in a neighboring state in Oklahoma. So check this out. We're talking, and because we were emailing a little bit, and then she was like, "Try and find me on Facebook." So I tried to find her on Facebook, and it's pretty. If you're like not connected in any kind of way, it's in people's lives that commonalities that gene pools splash around in. I always thought it was kind of interesting. Those common threads. Anyway, whether, you know, and they go down for generations, and so many people don't even know it. So it was kind of interesting. We did go ahead. Was able to find her on Facebook Messenger, and we were able to communicate a little bit, and it was pretty cool. This is This is a message that I got from her. Margie, I was looking at your page and found that you are very into spirituality and the ways of exploring all that is. My mom had a metaphysical bookstore in Sonoma County, California. She sold the bookstore when we came back here to Oklahoma, but I still have her personal library. Isn't that neat, Ma? Gets better. I have been searching for someone to take it, as I will be moving from here before too many years have passed. She has books on numerology, astrology, and many others I have forgotten since I packed them away upstairs. I'm wondering if you might like them. The library is dated. We have been here for 40 years, but it might have some value to someone who shared some of her views. I have been sort of half-heartedly looking for a home for them. Would you like to have them maybe? These books that came from her mother's metaphysical bookstore in Sedona, California. Isn't that amazing, Ma? Universe just said here, you need to know some more shit. I'm going to make sure, but you got to start practicing, Marge. You got to read the books. You can't just sleep with your head on them. You can't just sleep with your head on them. You got to read the books, Marge. So I was like, absolutely, I would love that. So that is a challenge. Because I believe that she's on the other side of Oklahoma, the southeastern side. So it's a ways from here, but you know, I don't think the universe would like freaking make that connection for me just to be like, oh, dango the carrot. Oh, you almost had something really cool. You know, I was always bummed out because my grandfather, he went to like the first AA meetings in San Luis Obispo, California, around that in the very beginning back in the 1930s, and I think that, and he had a lot of historical books from that, and I would have liked to have had that because later on I got sober. I was in recovery for a number of years. I was happy to see somebody got 4 years, had like 4 years ago since they got last pissed drunk. Because there's certain periods of time in the year that I want to just get faced. I just want to get into a bottle and I want to dance around with the spirits and let's go on some adventures and let's see where it takes us and all that stuff that comes with it. All that stuff that people are not supposed to want to do as much anymore the older you get. But you got that freaking drinking bug in you, man. It grabs you sometimes. It don't let go of you. No, so what did I do today instead? Because yesterday I was just glad that I could freaking play the tape through. That I made it through yesterday sober. I wanted to drink really bad last couple days. And today I just listened to the wind. That was my meditate state. I listened to the wind and I tried to picture the earth where people saw things a little bit more how I see them. I was really focusing on. I'm like, Mom, and then I came out. I was so compelled to even get up to come out and share it with Mom. I said, Mom, they're not getting it. They're not getting it, Ma. See what they don't get, source, God, whatever, you know. It works through peoples. God works through people, you know. You know, God can't just like wave a magic wand and do things. God, he does it with the aid. He puts things on people's heart and then people aid people. You know, puts it on someone's heart to be of service and then the people go out and we answer prayers in each other's lives. Benny? No, don't want. Who's being staunchy? Get over here. Knock that toxic masculinity off. Come on, Luna. So we're the ones that are supposed to be making heaven on earth, and people aren't doing it yet. People are still all withholdy and guarded and stingy and stuff like that. I went out. I was all excited. We got so much snacks. There's no way that we're going to be able to eat all these. And so I was ready to find some folks, you know, because there's always people with the sign, holding a sign. Anything helps. So I'm like, well, maybe this moose munch will help. Anybody wants a moose munch? Give you some moose munch, you know? Here's a doobie to go with your moose munch. I love making people happy, man. I know how to, because I got a way to like put myself in other people's shoes. And then I just go, okay, what would make me happy? So I was starting to talk about that. Oh, and then I hear stories about other people and their holidays, you know. But I heard Zach told this story today. Zach wrote a book. He wrote 3 books. his mom, his sister, Zach has a sister born same year as Jerry. Very similar. Highly integrated into the 3D program. Tuned into the regularly scheduled program that has been given for people to receive, to just be good little humans. Just comply, right? Right? Very, that same thinking, okay? When he speaks about his sister, makes me think of my brother. So, his mom bought his sister for Christmas a book, okay? The book that her brother wrote, all right? Her brother wrote a book. Mom gets it for sister. Here, your brother wrote a book. Merry Christmas. You should read the book. The sister is so adamantly against her brother's belief systems that it caused a ruckus. There was a fight on Christmas Day between Grandma and Mom because Grandma got Uncle's book. So it was like, take that book and get out of here. It turned into like that, right? Right? It's just division, right? And then I'm like, I know that the division that I see in the world is all to do with the division that I have in myself. Like when I'm divisive, oh, Benny! Lay down. Oh, whoop! Whoop! Benny butt! Benny butt! Benny, go lay down. Come on. They do this pissing contest thing. They do this, I'm the man. No, I'm the madness. No, I'm the madness. And they like wag their tail really fast. I call it they're being staunchy. So I just gotta nip that. So, I don't know, that was cool to be reminded of that and to just sit in that vibrational frequency of just being of service. But I'm like, people don't know how to be of service to other people. They don't want, they like to make donations that they can get tax credits for, but people don't really like to do it like hands-on, boots on the ground, being of like the little earth angels that go out there, that are helping freaking old ladies change their tire in snowstorms and stuff like that, Those stories are becoming, but people care. It's just like the narrative is shifting that people are just striving to live more in a virtual reality because it's just easier to cope. You don't got to deal with emotions and stuff like that. I hate it, man. Oftentimes I'm thinking about how I could live incarnation after just without being in emotion, but that's what being a human being is. That's the difference between a human being, a kind and loving spiritual being having a human experience, and a freaking narcissistic psychopath is the ability to have feelings and emotions. We got to work harder, and it's hard for me because I didn't come from a loving environment, man. People are always talking about love is the highest frequency, vibrational frequency. I'm like, dude, I touched an electric fence when I was young. I freaking completed the circuit. I freaking knocked myself. Angel knocked me off, actually. But I could have been killed. I had so many near-death experiences. I'm like, I kept trying to go back to Source, and Source just kept kicking me back. Nope, you got shit to do. Nope. No. So I come down here and try this and try that and fail. It's not my niche. It's not my natch. It's not the way I'm supposed to go, yeah. So... anyway, I went off on a little bit of a tangent there. So people coming back into their heart space feels good, man. Because and why would they? Why would they adamantly go out? Benny, I'm gonna beat you. Why would they freaking go out and want it? Because they don't know what it's like to need help. Because there's so many people that haven't gone, that just don't know what it's like to go without meals. They don't know what it's like to freaking be cold. They just don't know what it's like. So of course they're not going to be geared to help people that have had those experiences. So the way I see it, more people are going to start having those experiences, and who's going to be the ones that have helped us at the bottom? Yeah, we got to teach people how to do it. We got to teach people how to be generous. A lot of people just don't know how, right? So I personally believe that the highest frequency is like all data, all knowing data. It's like every freaking shade on the color spectrum is an piece of information, and tied to that piece of information is a vibrational frequency, and people can tie emotions to that vibrational frequency or not. Most stuff I'm like, I don't put emotions on a lot of stuff that other people put. When it comes to things that I love and I care about, of course, I'm like, I'm highly affected. But other people's stuff, it's a lot easier for me. It's a lot easier to detach, of course. But when I see, but no, that's not true. Because God, sometimes I see people hurting, man, in the grocery store. You can just see the pain in their face. I just want to take a minute and listen. Just take the burden from them. Just tell me what it is that's weighing you down. Because sometimes, man, people get so weighed down by the burdens of what the words in their head, that they just got to get them out, and it just kind of takes the power from them. Kind of takes away the power. Yeah. Huh. I really encourage more and more people to try and meditate. That's a good rule of thumb. Level of how much people give a shit about themselves. Do they try and meditate? I'm trying to take care of myself a little bit better. I'm doing I should probably take it off. It's probably been on there for like almost an hour. I was supposed to leave it on 20 minutes and got a little sidetracked. I wrapped my toe. It was recommended by the woman that does my ionic foot soaks. I should probably call her tomorrow and see if I could schedule another one and get that program installed and start putting those healing modalities into my cookies and whatnot, infusions. So actually I think it was a Marine veteran that gave her this little tidbit for people that have toenail fungus. Yeah, fungus on a toenail, to mash up garlic. I got to get a garlic press. It's not so rad to do with a fork. But mash up garlic with olive oil. And then I set a nice little intention on there. Okay, healing. You little healers, get out there and heal, And then she said, glop that on your toe and then wrap it up for 20 minutes and do that 3 times a day. I haven't been doing that 3 times. This is the second time I did it. The first time I did it was probably about 5-6 days ago. See, stuff like that, man. I get busy with life and stuff. I can't, taking time to. So, you got to give a shit about yourself. If you don't give a shit about yourself, how's the rest of the world going to learn how to give a shit about you? Huh? How's that going to happen? So, anyway, I think I've ran on long enough. We're going to watch a movie. We're going to do something different. We're going to get some snacks. Man, so many snacks. It was a 4-tierer, man. And it was so cool because it was like, okay, this morning I was like putting the list together in my mind, just get a couple things. Mom needs more apples. And lo and behold, we got apples delivered to us. And I got pears. I love pears. I'm more of a pear person. I don't like apples. They hurt my stomach. But pears, I love pears. So if Mom wants a pear, of course she can have a pear, but I will not be eating any of her apples. Oh, come on. But so many snacks, so many, just because we'll just like, here, Mom, taste this. Here, try this. Here, taste this, try this. Flavors, the, variety is the spice of life. Oh, Stanley's up there. Hi, Stanley. He just had a cat, little cat. Cats freaking stayed in all day. They were in. I went to get water and stuff about 11 o'clock. I finally left the house, and the little cats came in. Skitty Kit and Tango, and they went to sleep. And when I got home and meditated and stuff, finally started to get up and around and get Mom something to eat. Around 2:30 or so. And they just went out about 3. They were in most of the day. They're like, F that, man. There were no little cats out anywhere because it was so windy and cold, blustery. But the mountain got freaking dumped on. It's so funny to see it because it's like halfway up the mountain. It's like no snow, and then the snow level is like, there you go. There you go, Ski Valley. There you go. Isn't God good? It's not God, it's the people that make the weather. Come on, people. Are you figuring it out yet? Are people I really am curious as to what people are and are waking up to. I'm curious. I'm excited to see what my awakenings are, you know? Can the world be a kind and loving place? Actually, I consider me and Mom divinely protective. We've been divinely protected for a very, very, very long time. You know, but it's still, in that divine protection, it can get kind of lonely sometimes, you know? I saw a couple of buddies when I drove past the coffee shop today. Saw a couple. I did see a couple, but it was so windy. I'm like, well, I'm not going to stand out in the freaking wind and risk, you know, catching a chill. What else? Have no idea what's going on in the world. I did listen to Zach's report and all the rituals that have been going on and stuff like that. And I don't know. I'm just trying to stay in a peaceful kind of a place. I get worked up too much, you know. And all of it is stuff out of my control. I can't control anything that gets, you know. So no. I have too many other things that I need to take care of to be attentive to. So I don't need to really waste my energy on a bunch of bullshit. So what else? Dogs just got all settled. We got Tucker. We got all four right here. we got Tuck. He always likes to go in the back. Tuck. He said, "Ma, sleeping, Ma. Don't bother me, Ma. I'm sleeping, no. And then we got Benno. And then over here, you can't really see her. It's just by my big old head. In the corner. On the floor is Luna Tickle. Hi, Luna Tickle. Make